Well, when we came this morning, we intended to play today, and then events started happening with concerns about players and contracting the virus. That's happening in the NBA, and I think that changed the dialogue and where we were headed with it. Had a call with my other A5 colleagues in the other major conferences, and had a call with our athletics directors and presidents, and we came to the conclusion that the best thing to do and the most prudent thing to do and the safest thing to do would be to end the tournament at this point, and we'll see what happens with the NCAA tournament, and we'll be having discussions today as well about what to do with our spring sports going forward also.
So, consensus on
I think it's definitely a consensus and a feeling that it kind of came overnight with more and more, a second NBA player now has the virus, and I think some of our coaches had some concerns about continuing. Some of our players, not in mass or anything like that, but that started coming into play as a potential problem going forward. And if our players aren't comfortable in that kind of situation, we don't want them in that kind of situation. So to a minor degree, some of that played into it, but that's important. It's extremely important.
What are the other ones on this?
Well, the five commissioners have really developed an ability to talk very candidly with each other, and it helps in a lot of different things, whether it's NIL or transfers or whatever. This is much more important than those things, obviously. So having that dialogue together, anytime one of the five conferences has announced what they're doing the last 2 days, we've all arrived there together. It's just a question of when somebody announces it. We've got some protocols in our league that I want to make certain on something of this critical a nature that all of my presidents and all of my athletic directors know and concur with what we intend to do before it's public. And so
situation you've been in as a commissioner?
Well, I think it probably, yes, I would say it is, because there's so many unknowns out there and so many aspects of it that we really don't have control over. And so you do the best you can with the information that you have at the time you have it. And this is an extremely fluid, changing set of dynamics, and I feel certain that will continue. So we've relied on appropriate health advisors, whether it's state, whether it's local, whether it's the CDC, whether it's the advisory panel that the NCAA put together, and their advice has changed with some regularity. So it's an extraordinary situation. None of us that are involved in it have ever really dealt with anything like it, and hopefully never will again. And hopefully we'll all in this country and worldwide get beyond what's a tough issue and a very unpredictable one going forward.
John, what do you think has to happen for the...
Well, I think there has to be a desire of the institutions to have it, given the circumstances. And we'll see if that desire is there to continue the season or not, and whether it's prudent and safe to do so based on the medical advice that we all receive.
Thanks, everybody.